What Jesus really said about the end times. A biblical examination. The topic of the end times has fascinated Christians and theologians for centuries. Jesus' teachings about the end of the world are among the most discussed and, at times, misunderstood parts of the Bible. To understand what Jesus really said about the end times, we must examine his words carefully, especially as recorded in the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and interpret them within their historical and theological context.
Jesus' Olivet Discourse. One of the most comprehensive teachings Jesus gave on the end times is found in the Olivet Discourse, recorded in Matthew 24-25, Mark 13, and Luke 21. These chapters begin with Jesus' prophecy concerning the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. Do you not see all these things? Assuredly, I say to you, not one stone shall be left here upon another, that shall not be thrown down. Matthew 24 verse 2, NKJV. This prophecy was fulfilled in 70 AD when the Romans destroyed the temple, a fact that is often overlooked when interpreting these passages. The disciples asked Jesus, "When will these things be? And what will be the sign of your coming, and of the end of the age?" Matthew 24 verse 3. Jesus' response interweaves near-term events, like the fall of Jerusalem, with long-term prophetic outlooks, his second coming. This dual-layered prophecy must be read carefully to avoid confusion. Signs of the end. Jesus warned about various signs that would precede the end, such as false messiahs, wars, famines, earthquakes, and persecution of his followers, Matthew 24 verses 4-14. However, he emphasized that these were merely the beginning of sorrows, v. 8, not the end itself. Importantly, he cautioned against setting dates or assuming that disasters automatically signal the immediate end, but of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only, Matthew 24 verse 36. The importance of watchfulness. A major theme in Jesus' teaching on the end times is watchfulness. Rather than offering a detailed timeline, Jesus urges moral preparedness. In Matthew 25, he gives three parables, the 10 virgins, the talents, and the sheep and the goats, to emphasize the need for readiness, faithful service, and righteous living. The message is clear: the exact time of his return is unknown, but his followers must live in a constant state of spiritual alertness. The coming of the Son of Man. Jesus describes his return as unmistakable and glorious, for as the lightning comes from the east and flashes to the west, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be, Matthew 24 verse 27. He also speaks of cosmic disturbances and the gathering of the elect, Matthew 24 verses 29-31. These elements reflect Old Testament apocalyptic language. Compare to Isaiah 13 verse 10, Daniel 7 verses 13-14, pointing to a climactic divine intervention in history. Not just about the future. Importantly, Jesus' end times teaching is not just about future events. It had an immediate application for his first-century audience. For example, in Luke 21 verses 20-24, he specifically foretells the siege of Jerusalem. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its desolation is near, v. 20. This prediction was fulfilled historically in 70 AD. Thus, some of what Jesus said about the end applied to the end of the Jewish temple era, not the end of the world. Final judgment and eternal destiny. Jesus also clearly taught that the end times would culminate in final judgment. In Matthew 25 verses 31-46, he depicts himself as the Son of Man sitting in judgment, separating the righteous from the unrighteous like a shepherd separates sheep from goats. This passage makes it clear that eternal destinies will be decided based on one's relationship to him and the ethical outworking of that relationship in service to others. Jesus' words about the end times are rich in meaning and layered in application. He did not give his followers a date or a detailed roadmap, but he did give clear instructions: be watchful, be faithful, and be ready. His prophecies include both short-term fulfillments, like the destruction of the temple, and long-term expectations, his second coming and the final judgment.
Ultimately, Jesus' teaching on the end times calls believers to a life of holiness, hope, and readiness, looking not just for signs, but for the Savior himself, Titus 2 verse 13. To the glory of our Lord and Savior, help spread the light of his word, like, share, and subscribe, and be a vessel of his message to the world.